Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Allen now on first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
First down, Bills.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. To the air, Allen. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
First down.
52. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 52.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Hey, 319. 57. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll run on first down. Singletary down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 23.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike, 53. 53.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Kill.
Darnold from the gun. Open man is Anderson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go. Switch. Showing it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Darnold now to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
25. Check 25. Move. 49. Mike.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
What's that? 49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the curve. Red 80. Slam. Check 26.
From the 50, it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
49 the mic. 49 the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. This is our time. Check. Oh, lady. Red 80. He's checking. He's checking.
Montgomery back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Throwing on second down. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eli Harrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Check 13. Check 13.
Third and long, it's Darnold going deep for Montgomery. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 32 on the play.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's good for the Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Bills 3, Jets nothing.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
Kill, turn up. Red 80.
Montgomery down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, Montgomery. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Jets on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. The handoff right side. It's Washington. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. DeAndre Washington. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Allen. That'll be caught by Kump. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. And this one's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen throwing again. His throw incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. And that's caught by Beasley. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
52. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check 52.
Singletary on the toss play. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd down now, Singletary. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Collins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Chance. Rush in.
On 2nd down, it's Washington. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
We're going to start. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Ready? Tackle. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Deuce. Check 31. Hey, Haywood. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Exit. Yo, 80.
Back to throw, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw, it's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Henry Anderson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Take 4. Ready?
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, here we go. Go ahead, baby. Go.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Lady. 6'6", pull it high. Hey, let go.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Hey, exit. Go 58's the mic. Hey, get in the weight room. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Too little, cupcake. Hey, check 24.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense.
And Singletary has it stripped, and the Jets have recovered.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
53 is the mic. Time to go, night. Check it backer, check it backer. They said.
On first, here's Washington. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Check. 53's mine. No, lady. 53's mine. You gonna get this, boy? Hey, Delta. You think you gonna get this?
From the 41, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Allen going to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week and they won. A little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game, and they're losing.
And this is caught by Watkins. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Glover Quinn there on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Tight right. 22.
Singletary again, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
24. You don't know no better. What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 40.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this is caught by Watkins. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
36-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Singletary. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 24 is the mark. Then we got it.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, TV, come on. 49, come on.
To throw is Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check 24, check 24. Bang, 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 bang. Check, lucky.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go, baby.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Milano, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. So that'll back him up 5. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And that's caught inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, high 7.
49 to Mike, watch 49. Yo.
Now it's Darnold. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, let's get in that hole. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, watch that.
They run from the shotgun to Washington. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Man, that's trash. Check nickel. You go tight. Lady, you got tight right there.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Shaq Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Staying on the ground with Washington. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Now Washington. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Washington gets it going right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 37. Check 37. Kill. No.
Running it, Washington. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
53's the mic. 53.
Bravo.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Ready? Under crunch. Hey, wahoo!
They run with Washington. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
49 the mic. 49 the mic. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Darnold now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Hey, box truck.
No gain on this defense. No gain. Man, 80. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Don't get nervous.
Back to throw. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
49. You. Red 80. Kill. What's that? Hey, turn it up. Check. Red 80. Check hot. Back.
General West.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts,
Here we go.
as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
What's that? Mike 49. Go. Watch safety green. Man. Red 80. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Hey, Steve 6.
49. What's that?
He's back to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5...
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
20 round 80. Tie it right. 4 down. Check it.
He'll look to throw. And this one caught by Beasley. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
On first down, Singletary. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch time. Tie it right. Everyone got 4 down. 24 is the mic.
Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Now Allen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Watkins, the intended receiver.
At the 46-yard line.
What's that? 53. Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time